Welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. I want to show you the Bitcoin price, show you what's happening in the charts. If it's sounding interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe. I know I still sound a bit funny, had the flu last few days, but I'm working through it. So I want to take you through this chart here, very clean, very simple chart, just one indicator that can guide us on a journey. This is the 200 moving average, 200 week, because I've got it on the weekly time frame. We'll take a look at that, and I'm going to quickly shift over to here, the Keltner channel, one of my favorite channels, indicators, which I've been showing you over these last few months anyway. So if you've been watching the channel, you know. Let's just touch on this real quick. For those that knew, you got two blue lines and one yellow line. And what this looks for is trend reversals. Where's the trend moving in Bitcoin? Pretty much, right? And it's really simple. If price action breaks below this yellow line, usually it tends to remain below this yellow line. It tries to get up, it resists, and we can basically see we are in a downtrend, right? Until, of course, when we break above this yellow line, which is the middle line, then you start to see a bullish trend. And in most cases, we see price action bounce between the middle line and the top blue line, which, you know, confirms we are in a bull trend. It's like higher highs and higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? We had this one occurrence here, which we came below, which I was expecting for us to come down and touch this blue line, because anytime we see price action come below, we usually come and meet the blue line at the bottom. It never happened, sort of like a fake out kind of situation, which kind of went on for a period of time. But apart from that, we have been bullish. You know, you can see again, we held above this, we came back above and held above this yellow line, and then price action blew out. We actually saw price action come outside of this blue line, which I'm really going to zoom in and make sure I can pay attention to this right here, right? Because I said to you before, we can only be outside of the blue line for a period of time. Now, this is like euphoric. This is hype. This is so much hype in the market. You all saw how much money you made in the last year, because this goes right back from the beginning of January 2023, right? So through this whole year, coming into 2024, the whole year we saw uprise in the market, right? So, and this is the only time. Well, you can probably count this tiny little part, but there wasn't full body candle closures. This is the only time we've seen full body candles close outside this blue line, which, you know, symbols excitement, hype in the market. Everyone's hyped and excited, right? And look what happened last time in the past when we saw this. Here's fine examples of when we've been outside of the blue line. We usually see pullbacks, we see sell-offs, or we see price corrections. Let me see if I can get the bar here, because look, bang, comes back down, and this was sort of like a 30% drop, right? We see it more so in 2017 cycle, because there were many examples of this where price action came outside of the blue line, but the trend still continued upwards, right? So you can see here we had loads of blue sort of green candles here. It looks kind of like a bluey green to me. Anyway, we saw a pullback, came straight back to this yellow line. It actually wicked through the middle line, 39% correction or fallback in price. Yeah, so I expect this to happen. I said to you, pay attention, because we can only be outside of this blue line for so long. Eventually price will come in and start to come back to this yellow line, test it, and we might bounce off it and continue again. And then that's how sort of the trend goes as you go up in the market. You see it come, you see it have a ride up, fall back down, ride up, fall back down, you see? And it just keeps doing this until it peaks up at the top, right? And if I zoom that out, that's quite euphoric as well. You can see, right? Insane euphoria throughout that entire bull cycle. I think we can do the same again. Let me just delete this, sorry. I think we'll see the same again. If you come over to where we are today, which is right here, it's possible we could be doing the same thing again. And we saw hints of it here, right? So like I said, we broke out, we came up, bounced, you see? And then we've got our first test of this price action coming outside of this blue zone at the top, and now we're seeing the candle. Look at this. And then we basically closed, we came back in, we came down towards this yellow line and tested it, and now it looks like we're going up again. So is it possible we could meet this blue line in the future, where this blue line comes every week, it refreshes, and then it sort of prints like a new bit of data? So I'll keep up to date and showing you this. but it's likely we could do what we did before. So, I'm drawing here. We could do what we did before, where price action just remains to bounce, just like what we saw here in the past, right? And if that's the case, I would expect the price to come up to this blue line, which is about $45,000. 45,000-ish, $300, and then fall back down again to this yellow line, which could be anywhere at that time, maybe 38,000, 30,000, I don't know, 38,000, 39,000. Maybe it can go up again to the yellow, to the blue line, wherever that is. It could just do this for a long period of time. So that's what I'm really looking out for. If it breaks up and goes crazy and it starts coming up to 50,000 again, then again, we're coming out of this blue line. I would expect a bigger call off, because we're breaking out of this zone again. And every time we break out of this zone, we always tend to come back in and, call back off. So, and what's the worst case scenario? If we break this yellow line, then, maybe we could see a pull down to the blue line, which, done the wrong thing here. Well, I could use this actually. We can see it come down to here, which is about $31,000. Yeah, 31,200, which wouldn't be far off of where many other influencers or analysis people that do analysis are talking, because you can see that's where a lot of the support was in the past. You can see support here, or rejection, right? People, rejection here, which means we could, and look, in the past as well, like you can see it here. How far back does this go where we can see all this? Look, you can see support. So it's a powerful level. You can see a lot of support held here, all across this line, look, right here. So this could be a level where people tend to just, believe that this was where the price can go. So I'm going to pay attention to this. This is the lowest price that I'm thinking if we do see a huge pull off in Bitcoin. I think the excitement is going to be in altcoins though. So we'll see what happens. Let's just quickly touch on this other one. Because if Bitcoin falls and prices go down, yeah, I know altcoins will come down with it temporarily, but that money now is going to be sitting in stables, and people want to constantly make money, so they might find more interest over in the altcoin space rather than Bitcoin, because it's not doing much, so that's where the interest could lie going forward. So this is the 200-week moving average. I'm using the SMA. Can't remember what the S stands for, but yeah, because there's different ones. You've got the exponential moving average, which is the EMA. Simple moving average. I think it's simple moving average. So this basically just shows us where we've held when we've had our rallies, right? So and on the 200, on the weekly time frame, you can see where you can see the support. So in every cycle, we have a bear market. This has always been the bottom of the bear market right here. Like back in 2015, you can see it clearly because the candles hold support on this line, right? The bear market comes down to this yellow line, rides off again, has a massive cycle, then it crashes down. Look, this is 2018, 2019. It came right down to here, held it as support. We rallied up, we fell right back down again on this C19 event that happened randomly, but it held support here. We had wicks, we had candles that fell below, but the wicks came back up. The bodies were mainly above this yellow line. So we've been using this as a strong signal for where we could fall to if the prices were to crash, right? We had a massive rally again, 2022. Most of you came in, welcome in kind of thing. And then we fell down. But this is the first time we ever saw Bitcoin's price go below the 200-week moving average. So anything below here, in my eyes, was the most steal of a buy, because this event did not happen at all in the past. We never ever saw it. We saw a wick, and that was a steal of a buy, right? Every time we saw prices underneath was a steal of a buy. But we didn't see that. With candles underneath. So this was just, for me, an ultimate buy situation, which some people took advantage of. If you was a patron of mine, you saw the buy alerts. I was constantly telling you guys to buy down here, which is why you're in mad profits now with your altcoins and everything else, right? So what am I saying? Why am I showing you this? Because again, I'm trying to look at what's the sentiment in the market. Are we going up in crypto? Yes. What happens if we do see a pullback in Bitcoin? Where's the lowest we're going to fall? I think we could come down to this yellow line, which again, look at where this yellow line meets at around, I put a line across it. It's about $30,800. That's the worst case scenario that I'm thinking where Bitcoin can come. But then saying that, we've seen candles underneath before, but that was based on it being a bear market where the trend was downwards. This is upwards. So I'd like to believe we would come down, hold support, and then continue going up. But that's the worst case scenario. So if in the future, maybe in the next 6 months from now, we see prices down at $30,000, you guys won't worry, you won't panic, because you're prepared in advance. You know, I'm trying to show you this in advance, get you prepared for it, and yeah, hopefully you'll have that opportunity to buy this really cheap instead of panic and sell even more. Because a lot of the time when prices fall, new people come in, they don't understand crypto, they start to panic and they sell, right? But people over here watching this, you're going to see it as a buying opportunity, yeah? Because when we come down and meet this line, if we ever do, it's going to be another buy of an opportunity to grab prices really, really cheap. But the question is, can we still see the altcoins rally before that happens? I'll drop another video. If you don't want to miss it, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If it was, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit better myself. I obviously was feeling a bit crap over the last few days. I'm feeling a bit better myself. And I'm just going to keep sharing helpful content. Become a Patreon. The link is in my info section. It's a fresh month. Come over, check it out. Don't miss out. I recommend my exclusive VIP partner tier. Unlocks all my posts. You can see when I'm buying, selling, staking, IDOing, because you know we're looking to get in on this IDO. This whole, where is it? Let me find it. This Web3 war is a shooting, play to earn shoot game, which can be absolutely fantastic. I can't find it now. Oh, hold on. Latest. Here we go. Web3 war. It's a hot IDO. 6 minutes from now, I'm going to be getting in on it. And I'm sure Patreon's got in on this as well at the time recording this, 6 minutes from now. And we're going to make crazy gains on this. This is, it's an opportunity to make crazy money and getting in on hot gaming projects before they launch, right? And you do this with IDOs and IGOs, which is on launch pads, right? It's also launching on ChatGPT over here. Sorry, Chain GPT over here. You can see the launch pad over here, which is this one here, right? But that comes the day after. So you're actually getting in earlier if you go onto Game Starter. Yeah. So this is what it's about, getting in early on these projects, making crazy gains. They see all of that over here on my Patreon. They get in early. Last one was the CEO tier. Real quick. It gives you access to my VIP Telegram group. If you can afford it, go for that CEO tier. Come mingle with the big guys. They know how to play money. They know how to make money. They've got big money. They know how to invest in great projects. They're just with the trend all the time. Look, my phone is telling me to go. It's telling me to get off. All right, guys. Yeah. Oh, stop. So that was that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.